What's up, everybody? What's going on? Chandel, what's up? How are you? I'm doing great. Yes, indeed. What's up, Full Circle? Patriot, Barbie, Sheena, Will, what up, champ? Hey, what's up, K. Smith? What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling tonight? All right. Yeah, personal growth. Yes, indeed. You better have some personal growth. What's up, Angela? How you doing? How you been? That's right. What's up, Bertha? You better know it. Fontana, Cali. Feeling lovely. Hey, y'all better feel lovely. Beginning of the week. It's the beginning of the week, y'all. Beginning of another good week. And, beginning of a real good week. Y'all know something? Something I realized that, you new to the channel, Kiana? Yeah. Hey, Angela, we're going to talk about that tonight, too. That's what I'm going to talk about tonight because, we be doing the most. You hear me? We be doing the most, man, for, what's up, Peaches? We be doing the most for the least, too, Like, man, I ain't lying, man. What's up, South Carolina? We be doing the most for the least, y'all. And you know what? The thing about it is, I made a video, I put a video out earlier today, and I was talking about how much time we waste, how much of our life that we waste and we dedicate to, we waste how many years and how much dedication we put in with somebody. And no matter how much time you putting in, every day that you waste with a narc is just a day wasted. It's another day wasted. And I get it, that a lot of people are still dealing with their current narc or whatever. And a lot of us are, so you off that fence, Vita. Listen, man, you gotta be in a mental place where you see. You gotta be in a mental place where you can see that dealing with these people is not the answer. Straight up, you really gotta get into a place where you see it as lost time and wasted time. And I'm saying that because that's all it is. Because when you look back after, and I'm saying this for everybody that has gotten out of it and moved forward, right? I want y'all to leave a message for the people who are still on the fence, who are still trying to figure this out and trying to figure out how do I co-parent with the narc and I still got to have a relationship with them on some level. And it's like, your mind is made up that even though you had a failed relationship with that person, but somehow you're going to get that person. Somehow, what's up, young moolah? Nah, not going to happen. But somehow you're out there and, you're trying to, you're trying to figure out how it is that you cannot have a relationship with that person, but somehow you're still going to have a decent relationship as a parent with that person. The narc is not there to be a good co-parent. they're not a good significant other. They're not a good spouse. They're not a good husband. They're not a good wife. They're not a good parent. You're never going to get that person to man up or to woman up and be what you wanted them to be. They're not what you wanted them to be. And it's not going to happen. And I'm saying that to say, man, life is short. People, life is short. Life is very short, man. I was talking to someone today. We were having a discussion about this very thing, and it was a young lady asking me like, well, how do you what got you to the place of no contact? What pushed you across that line? Like, you don't talk, you don't look at this stuff on social media, you don't want to know, how did you get to that place? And my answer to her was, man, why? First of all, I just wasted how many years of my life with that person, right? But then on top of that, the thing that stood out that was even bigger to me was, not only is it wasted time, but for me to even look and channel my energy into what that person is doing, it's like, why do I want to know what she's doing? Why do I care about that? Those are questions you got to ask yourself. Why do you care? It's like you get into a mental space where you're like, okay, you know what? Now you're second guessing. You're second guessing what you went through with that person now. Because you're like, okay, now I got to go look at his or her social media. I got to listen to what they're talking about from my friends and family and whatnot. Talking about like, well, what are they doing? Are they this? Are they that? And, and the young lady, she shared with me that she's like, it's very difficult to wish the best for your ex. And I said, you know what? We got to get out of that wishing that your ex is doing bad and hoping that their situation crashes and crumbles. You cannot have that mindset. And I say that because that's why you on their page watching their page. Because you wishing and hoping that everything just crumbles for them. You're wishing that their day crumbles and they're sitting there smiling because they know you watching, number one. They know that you're watching. They know you're watching. You cannot give them any of your energy, y'all. Life right now is about protecting your energy. It's about being protective of your energy. And if you are not protecting your energy, then you're wasting a lot of energy. You're worried up about what they're thinking about, what they're talking about, and your attitude is just totally turned into, like, well, you know what? I don't know, why they look like they doing good. And then you start going into depression mode because they don't look like they doing bad. Why put yourself through that? Why put yourself through that? You have discarded that person. Let it go. You gotta let it go. And guess what? There you go. Loving me a good way. There you go, right there. Wish them whatever you want to wish them. But I'm saying, don't turn your life into a bitter place where you're mad because they're doing good. I told the young lady, I was like, you know what? I want to see that person do well. I want to see the person do well. Why? Because I want you doing well when I'm doing well. I don't want you over here, somewhere begging for change and I'm doing well. No. Why do I want to see anybody like that? Plus, why do I want to see anybody that I know? Think about it. It's still a reflection of you on some level, not a total reflection of you, but if let's say your ex or your ex is out there on the street begging for change, how does that make you look that you was dealing with this dude or this female that's at the stoplight begging for change. Yeah, people gonna be like, yeah, they look crazy. But they gonna be like, what was you doing with that person? You know, it still is not a good look. And you wishing bad on them is wishing bad on yourself because they're already wishing bad on you. They're already hoping you're doing bad. That's why they're not doing good. Y'all both offsetting each other's bad energy. And that's not what it's about. It's about doing better, looking ahead, man. If you got time to sit back and waste positive energy on what you went through with your ex, and you just wasting energy still. You just wasting valuable energy that you could be putting into yourself. You could be taking that energy and using it in a positive way. You could be using it in a positive way to brighten up your life, to put your life in a different place. Yolanda, 4 days. There you go. Ain't nothing. See, you got to celebrate the small wins. The small wins, 4 days. That's right. Dysfunctional people are going to be dysfunctional. They're going to be dysfunctional. People, you're not going to just wake up one morning and one day. And then another thing that I told her, I was like, because a lot of people, I've seen different posts where people would talk about things like, like I'm just so lonely and I don't think this is for me. I want to take the person back and then they relate it to money issues like, my money is too much of a struggle and I'd rather just deal with their bull. And my attitude is just like, well, if you're going to make excuses about why you don't want to be happy, because that's all you're doing. You're just making excuses about why you don't want to be happy. At the end of the day, that's all you're doing. You're making excuses about why you don't want to be happy. I don't want to be happy because, it's going to cost me extra at the end of the month. And I don't want to take care of all these bills by myself. And I don't want to do this by myself. And we will come up with the most reasons to stay in bondage. You're in bondage when you're dealing with a narc. You're in hell. Your life is truly in hell when you're dealing with the narcissist. You're in hell. You're on fire. You're actually on fire. Yeah. Hey, Lisa, I get it. You're naturally gonna feel a certain type of way when somebody did you wrong. I get that. I totally get that. You're naturally gonna feel some type of way. But don't push that energy in their direction. Don't push your energy in their direction because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for, okay, yeah, I got you hurt. I got you hurt. Look at you. You watching my page. You're watching my new supplies page. And, oh, man, let that mess go. Let them do what they do. Let them do what they do. Because guess what, y'all? Time is going to reveal everything about that entire situation. If you just give them some time, they will show you. That's right, Peaches. We win. You give them a little bit of time. Just give them a little bit of time. Give them 6 months. Y'all don't even want to give them 6 months. And it's like you don't trust the fact that what you were dealing with when you were with them was the worst hell you've ever been in. It's like you want to relive that. Like I want to if I can just get them to treat me good one more time, I'm gonna make sure I'm perfect after that. I'm gonna make sure I don't mess up nothing so that they cannot act mad with me no more. When a narc is in the devalue stage, I don't care what you do, they're not gonna like you. They're not gonna like you. They're not gonna let you on their good side. When they're trying to promote another person in their life, that's right, make them a non-factor. When they're trying to promote somebody else in their life, man, nothing that you do is going to be good enough. Nothing. So you're just beating yourself up, trying to get back to that place like, I just was happy at that place. Okay, guess what? You think you were happy at that place, but look at you. Look at where you're standing right now. Look at where you're standing right now. Right now, this person is your worst nightmare. They're your worst nightmare, and we trying so hard. We be trying so hard to give another chance, and let them come back, and let them come back, and give them another chance again. And then that's why we always had these crazy stories. Everybody who's dealt with a narcissist, we had these crazy stories each and every time. We have all these crazy stories about how bad they treat us. How much worse my narc was than your narc. And then they got to come back with another story. And nah. My narc was this and they did that. And man, who the heck wants to have that kind of life? Who wants to brag about having the worst relationship ever? That's not an accomplishment. That's not an accomplishment. And I'm saying, how many of those days of your life are you willing to trade? How many days are you willing to trade to say, okay, you know what? Just to be with this person, just to be in my comfort zone, right? Just to not have to step out of this comfort zone, I'm going to deal with this craziness. I'm going to deal with this sorry, wretched individual that every day I wake up next to this person is a bad day. It's a bad day. I'm willing to exchange the possibility of having a great day, a great life. Oh, that's right. I don't want to be lonely, right? The loneliest time in your life you're ever going to have is with a narc. The loneliest time you're ever going to have in your life is with a narc. I promise you, there's never going to be anything worse than that. There's never going to be a time in your life that's worse than when you're with a narc. Because when you're with a narc, you're with somebody who is doing everything they can do every single day to destroy you. Everything in their life is about destroying you. Everything. And they devote life, time, effort. They will put everything they have strictly into how they're going to destroy you. And that's why I'm saying, how many days of your life are worth sacrificing? Because you're not going to get those days back. You do not get those days back. Those days you waste with the narc are days wasted. It's gone. It's over. It's like you took it and burned them up and threw them away. You look at old pictures. When you look at old pictures of you and the narc, how many of y'all remember taking pictures of with your narc and you look at old pictures and you can look at the picture and tell what you were going through at that time? Something crazy y'all were going through. You can't even look at old memories, man. They're taking everything from you. Even your memories. Even your memories, people. When you're dealing with somebody who takes your memories and turn them into a pile of crap, tell me how your future's going to be brighter than that. How are you going to make your future brighter than that? It's damn near impossible. You know, exactly. What's that? To Lori Marie. How, you know, you got to ask yourself, what's your personal value of your time, of your life? You know, because if you got any value of your life, you value your life at all, you got to start holding yourself accountable. You got to start saying, my life is better than this. My life, I deserve more than this. I deserve more than just somebody sitting around me, hating on me all the time, somebody putting me down all the time. I deserve more and better than this headache all the time, these bad memories, you know, being around somebody that don't care about me. You know, I mean, let's just keep it real. Who wants to spend their life with somebody that really does not care about you at the end of the day? They really didn't love you. They really didn't care about you. You know, who wants to keep reading that book over and over every day? Guess what? You can do good. You can do great on your own. You can do great on your own. It's not about saying, I don't need him or I don't need her. You can do great by yourself. Because yes, guess what? While you're dealing with the narc, the one thing that you're going to learn is that not only are you wasting your time that you're dealing with them, but you don't even have a possibility. Listen, people, I'm going to say that slow for you. When you're dealing with the narc, you do not have a possibility of being happy one day. I'm going to say that one more time for y'all. While dealing with a narcissist, you do not have the possibility, okay, of being happy with that person one day. You get happy moments. That's it. You're not going to have happy days, weeks, months, years. You're going to have happy moments that you're going to always reflect on. That's right, we winning. So I'm saying, why not take a little bit of time and just try? I know that at the beginning it's difficult. I know it's difficult at the beginning, and that's what this channel was all about, to get you through. I know it's difficult at the beginning, but everything is difficult at the beginning. When you're in the gym at the beginning of your body resculpting, it's difficult. You know, you're going to be sore. You're going to want to quit. You're going to quit a few times. When you're trying to get your body in shape, you're going to quit a few times, people. It's going to happen. And I'm saying that because I know that you're going to take the narc back a few times. People, it's okay. We're human. We get to make mistakes. And a lot of y'all have not forgiven yourself for just all of the crazy stuff that you've allowed yourself to go through. And you get to the place where you start feeling ashamed and foolish for how much you've put up with and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter. You still get to get beyond all of that stuff, people. You get to move beyond it. You know, you get to move beyond it. You get to forgive yourself. Just forgive yourself. That's all. That's what the confession is all about. Confess your faults to yourself. You know, you've got to forgive yourself. When you forgive yourself, that's what gives you the energy to get beyond all of that other stuff. Because you're thinking the most of the time that the pain that you're feeling at the end is a reflection of what that person did to you, or the betrayal coming from your ex. It's not. It's the betrayal you gave to yourself. Because your inner voice, again, it's always talking to you. It's always talking to you. If you're telling me that your intuition is not talking to you, you have not contacted or connected with that intuition. Your intuition been telling you the whole time to get away from this craziness. You know, and you cannot just stay right there and sit in that craziness and think that life is going to just allow you to give you a pass and you know, you don't have, oh, I'm good. I'm gonna just stay in this craziness and life, somehow it's gonna connect one day. Because that's what you're doing. And then some of us have even taken the approach and said, you know what? I'm gonna just wait until we get old enough. You know, when we get in our 60s and 70s and 80s, they'll get it together by that point. Some of us are banking on being old with this person just to have a normal relationship. And people, I'm here telling you, you're not going to have that. It's like you're choosing cancer when you're choosing a narc. You're choosing cancer. You're saying this cancer that I have ain't that bad. That's what it's like when you're choosing to stay with a narc. You're saying cancer isn't that bad. I can live with this cancer. And you cannot, because it will destroy you and kill you. And that's the exact same thing with a narc. Staying with them is staying with cancer. You know, get your chemo, get that. I mean, honestly, y'all, if you let a part, let's say you have a bad limb, a bad hand or something like that, and it has gangrene in your hand, you know, thanks, preachers. You get gangrene in your hand, you got to get that thing amputated right away because that gangrene just going to go right through your body until it kills you. It will go through your body until it kills you if you don't deal with it. And that's exactly what you're dealing with a narcissist. You're dealing with cancer, you're dealing with gangrene, and it's spreading. And that's why you have to cut it off. You have to cut it off. Okay, y'all, some of y'all have children with them. Some of y'all married to them, this and that, man. So what? Exactly. So what? You're going to have that. You're going to have that. But guess what? If you want to win, people, you got to cut them off. I don't care. Y'all got children. I don't care. Whatever your situation is, because your mind is still made up how you're going to make this person who's shown you they're not a good person to relationship with. Your mind is made up. You're going to make that person stay in a relationship with you and somehow do good. They are not going to do good. They're not. There you go. Block plus no contact equals peace. Can we see that up there? Block plus no contact equals peace. Block plus no contact equals peace. People, you do not get to be this kind of happy, this kind of free. You're actually controlling your freedom when you go no contact, when you cut that monster off. You're promoting your happiness. You're controlling your destiny. You're controlling your happiness. You're controlling your happy days from that point. And I know sometimes you're like, but I don't feel happy. You don't start out feeling happy. Happiness is something that you work towards. It's something you build. People, you don't just get to be happy. None of us just wake up every day and you're all of a sudden you're happy. Happiness is something you build in your life. You gotta, and it's all about being true to yourself. Being true to yourself. That is how you build and start your happiness. Building your life in a way where it's starting to become happy. It's about building yourself up, building up your self-esteem. You know, sometimes it's about doing things that you love to do in life. When you do something in your life that you love to do, whether it's you love art, whether it's you love travel, you may love music, you may love roller skating. When you're doing things you love to do, people, that's when you'll see your life change. And then a lot of times we'll get out here and we so desperately want somebody to fill that void instead of filling the void yourself. You go out here and you've messed somebody else's life up because you gotta have somebody right now. I need somebody today. I gotta have a relationship because I'm tired of not being in no relationship. But people, the most attractive person that you're gonna find out here is the ones that are happy in a relationship with themselves. People who are not dependent on someone else for their happiness. People, y'all have already seen what happens with a narc when you depend on them for your happiness. They're going to make sure you don't get any. Take advantage of the time you're not with somebody to start loving yourself. You won't fit. There's no way you could tell me you're feeling lonely. It's no way. When you're doing your thing and your purpose, when you're working on your body, when you're working on your mind, you're working on your spirit, your connection with your spirit. When you're working on those things that are you, people, that's where your inner peace starts. That's where it's going to come from. That's where that beautiful energy is going to flow outward from. Your energy, that beauty in you is going to flow outward. And it's all about you connecting with yourself, you being a connection with you. That is the most important relationship that you're going to have in this life. You're not going to have a bigger connection nor a bigger relationship in this life than the one you have with yourself. As long as you're out here depending on somebody else and waiting for this other person to get it together and giving this other person another 50 chances. Well, that's all a narc wants anyway. 50 more chances. 50 more chances to destroy you. And a lot of times, man, we're there just saying, we don't believe how bad this person is. So we will want to just simply say, you know what, I'm going to still try. I'm going to let them try one more time. And I'm saying this, people, it's okay when you slip back. For those of you who slip back and break the no contact, man, it's okay. We're still here for you. We are still here for you. How many other times you want to restart your no contact process? Man, we still here for you. But remember, you keep on regressing. And then you look at the other people who have done what they needed to do, the people who have done what they needed to do to move their life forward, and you're looking at them like something's wrong with them. No, not something wrong with them. They just took that moment when they got away and got free from that confusion in their life and said, you know what? I'm going to enjoy this and I'm going to take advantage of this time. And at least, and this is what I want y'all to get. When you are with yourself, you have the opportunity every single day to meet the right person. You only got to meet the right person one time. Okay? You can go through 100 of the wrong persons. You can meet 100 wrong people. You just got to meet one right person and your life is set. Okay? That's it. You meet that one right person, life for you is golden at that point. You can meet 100 wrong people, that one person, just meeting that right person one time. That's all you got to do. And guess what? You cannot meet the right person while you're with the narc. You can't do it. And that's why I tell y'all, the narc went on to somebody else while y'all were together. It's not possible for your energy to be that good that you're with somebody in a relationship and you left them for this person over here and that relationship just turned into something grand, the best relationship of your life. It's not possible. That's not possible, people. Because number one, you haven't done any work. You've been lying to two people. And that person has been lying to you. They've been lying to the new person or the other person. And they're just playing the middle. And they're just lying to both of y'all. And at the end of the day, all they end up with is more of their own lies. They're going to continue as they left you for the other person or vice versa. They're going to continue in that cycle. A narc continues the cycle. All they do is go back and then they come back to you. Then they're not going to leave you alone. And that's another thing, people. When you cut them off, I do got to give y'all the warning label that comes with that. And y'all can ask anybody on this thread who has cut a narc off how many times that narc is going to come back to try to get you back. You can ask anybody on this thread who truly has gone no contact how many times that narc has tried to get back. When you cut them off, that narc is empty at that point. They're like, whoa, what's going on over there with you? You done cut, what? Now they got to get you back because they're always competing and insanely jealous because they want to know what you're doing. They're like, what's going on in your life that Deuce's narc? Talk to him. 7 years later, still chasing you. People, look in the comments at the people who have discarded that narc and went no contact. And just look at the comments that people are making about how the narc will never leave you alone. People, they won't go away. They don't go away. They're going to keep on keeping on, staying right there in your life, trying to keep staying in your life. And everything is always going to be still about them, how they're going to get you back one day. Because all they're doing is hoping that, wow, you was in a new relationship, they still coming around. They're not going to stop, people. They're not going to stop. When you make your mind up that you ain't taking it no more, that you're not dealing with it anymore, they're not going to stop, people. They remember the value that you had. remember. They remember the value that you had, and they're not going anywhere. They're going to stay right there with you. They're still staying right. Listen, they are not going to stop. They're not going to leave you alone. It's nothing like that supply. It's nothing like a main supply. If you're a main supply, you cut that narc off, no contact, people, they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. But when you're all in their stuff, following them around and chasing their social media and all that, man, they know you watching. They know when you watching because they're watching you. And that gives them energy when they catch you watching them. That gives them energy to keep you in check. Okay, you still back there, you watching, you waiting your turn. And you can't give them a turn. You got to let them know, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going one more day. Every day you spend with a narc is a day wasted. It's a day of your life wasted. How many of those days are you willing to sacrifice? How many of those days are you willing to sacrifice? That's all I'm saying. Every day that you sacrifice, that you give back to this narc, every single day that you sacrifice and give back to that narc is a day wasted. It's a day wasted, people. It's nothing about them that is going to be good for you. It's not going to turn into anything good for you. It's not. It absolutely is not going to turn into anything that's good for you. It's going to be something that's totally toxic. Every time that you try to take them back, every time that you try to get back or allow them back or whatever, because you're feeling good, it feels good. Because it feels good to you when they come around. At least when you're at a certain stage. See, when you get out of it and you really want out and you just want your life back, that's when that's not going to be cute to you anymore, that they're still poking around, they're still trying to come around. That's when you like, man, look, I'm tired of this dude. No, I don't need you. I don't want you as a fan. I don't want you as a nothing associate, nothing, because you start, when you see through them, you see there's no good in them. There is no good in them. And we can sit back and we can pretend, we can make up all of these different excuses and whatever else to deal with them. But for those of us who have gone on and moved forward, man, life could not ever be better. People, life could not ever be better. Your life could not be better when you have chosen you, when you've chosen to love yourself, when you have chosen self. Your future is so bright. Your future is so bright because you have become your own best friend. When you make a friend with yourself, that's when your future is bright. That's when you're able to say we win. When you're able to say you love yourself. When you have said, man, you know what, I'm gonna step out here. Because this is my thing, y'all. You already know how bad life is with a narc. You already know that. What do you have to lose? Honestly, what do you have to lose? What can you possibly lose by cutting them off? What can you lose? I mean, real talk. You're losing your enemy? When did that ever become a thing that we were trying not to do? Losing an enemy, your open enemy, your headache. You lose. When you lose a narc, you lose your stress. You lose your anxiety. You lose your arguing partner. You're losing the person who putting you down, stepping on you. You're losing the backstabber, the instigator. You're losing all the negativity that you had in your life when you lose a narc. You're losing all of the negativity out of your life at that point. Everything negative that's going on, you're losing it when you lose the narc. Man, your future is so bright. It is so bright. All you got. I know that can be difficult, especially when the narc isn't really in that place mentally where they're ready to be discarded. I know how that is, but you got to stop feeling sorry for that narc because they don't feel sorry for you. And a lot of you guys who are still with them, they're plotting on you right now as you're watching this video. You're watching this live stream. That narc is somewhere doing something devious. They're doing something to stab you in the back right now. And you feeling sorry for them. You spending your days trying to figure out how you going to work this out with them. For what? Why you want to do that? Just to say you with somebody? Guess what? You're not really with somebody. You just got somebody right there that is using you for the time. Because that's all they're doing. They're using you. They're using you just for the time being. That's all it is. They're using you. They're going to get what they want. And once they get what they want from you, and they see that they have depleted you of what they wanted, man, you already know the rest of that story. They're gone on to the next person that they're going to use. They're gone to the next person that they're going to use. And that's why I just say, people, you have nothing to fear but fear itself with these people. You're not losing anything that gives your life any value. You know? Hey, he said he's gone for 2 years, huh? They're not coming back in your life to bring anything good. They're coming back in your life because they remember, oh man, that's right, so-and-so still feels sorry for me. I can still run this game on her or him. That's all. They're using you for the benefits that they can get from you. That's it. And I'm saying, what benefits are you getting? You know, they're flat out dealing with you from an extreme where they're just taking. They're just taking from you. They're not giving you anything but headaches, bad memories, bad times. Some of them giving you diseases. I mean, these people are treacherous, man. Breaking up your families. Man, who wants that? Who wants to be with somebody who wants to break up a family, man? That's the coldest, that's the most wicked person out here on this planet to me. The one that comes in and want to break up your family. It ain't nothing worse than that. Not to me. It ain't nobody worse than the ones who out here destroying family, because family really is one of the cornerstones of the things that we wish for and the things that we try to achieve in life. That's a life achievement, to have your family together, to be able to have a loving family, to have a loving family, and those people are there to bust that up, to destroy that. It's nothing worse to me than somebody who wants to come into your family and you guys have a family and they just destroy it. It's nobody worse than that. It's nobody worse than that. They're just in there to destroy everything about you. Like, they don't want you having a family unit, and it's not just you, it's whoever is in your unit. They want to destroy all of that. And the thing is, as we relationship with them, as we go forward with them, man, we're pretty much kind of helping them out in it, because we're going along with it, and we're just hoping and praying that it gets better, and one day they're gonna, and they're not. People, they're not. One day they are not going to get better. They're absolutely not. They're going to get worse. Over the years, and I'm saying that from narcs that I still see right now that are older. It's nothing is going to get better. It's going to get a lot worse. Y'all thinking like, nah, how they going to be out there acting crazy at 70 and 80 and, like, you just don't have a clue. Y'all don't have a clue. It gets worse. And then I'm saying that to say, who wants to be at that point at your when you get 80 years old and you look back at life And all you got to show for it is a album full of bad memories. Who wants to do that? How many of y'all want to do that? Look back at your life and say, wow, man. Wow. I just wasted 40 years with somebody. That's what makes you want to do ill things to these people. And that's why I said it's kind of like waking up and somebody telling you when you was 30 that you got cancer, you need to get that cut off. And then you 80, if you make it to 80, you full blown. And you just been fighting different things that coming along in your life to try to get rid of this cancer instead of just getting that thing, going to get the chemo and getting it dealt with. People, dealing with a narc every day is dealing with cancer. It is. Because you're dealing with somebody that's trying to kill you. Somebody that truly doesn't even want you living. They surely don't want you doing better. They definitely don't want you doing better. You say, how do you know when they're a narc for sure? Thinking like a virtuous woman. It's one sure way that you know somebody is a narcissist, and that is when they are doing things, negative things to you on purpose. They're doing things to affect you in a negative light on purpose. And they know what they're doing, and you see what they're doing. Because guess what? Good people do not do bad things to people. Period. Good people don't do bad things to people. Period. And it's just that simple. We try to make all of these, and don't get me wrong. I was like, we'll go and we'll try to get the analogy out of the DSM-5 or a different book or something like that about what narcissism is, and you're trying to say, okay, do they have this trait, this trait, this trait? Listen, you got good people, you got bad people. When you know that you're dealing with somebody that is bad, somebody who's always doing things purposely to treat you and make you feel bad, that's how you know you're dealing with a narcissist. When you're dealing with that evil energy. It's an evil energy that you're dealing with. They're toxic. Don't play with that. Either somebody's good or they're not. Don't pretend about which one they are. We get caught up in trying to, make it so, this person not that bad. They cool. Listen, stop looking at the little petty deeds that somebody does. Look at the things that they're really doing. Are they making you feel better or are they not? Ask yourself, ask your intuition what they're doing. Stop judging with this. Judge with your intuition. Okay? See, like an 8-year-old. I feel you on that. 25 years. Hey, howdy. I'm right in that same lane with you. It's definitely a lesson that we learn. It's a lesson that we learn. But at the same time, it's not about beating up on ourselves either. We're not going to beat up on ourselves. We're not going to just take that, say, yeah, I dealt with this person all this time and it was just that was a total waste of time. It wasn't a total waste because a lot of times they're going to push you back into a lane where you start loving on yourself. You start making a bigger commitment to yourself and pushing yourself in a direction where you're doing a lot better and you're doing better on your own. I know for me, man, life is, listen, every day is an opportunity. Every day is an opportunity to not only love yourself, love your life, but to live the life you really want to live, people. It's important to live the life that you want to live. When you are out here dealing with a narc, man, you're not living your life in that purpose or the way you want it to live. That's for sure. You definitely are not living the way you want it to live. When you get away from that narc, again, the possibilities of greatness are endless. But being great with a narc is not possible. It's not possible. You may be able to achieve things together financially, but that's all it will be. That's all it will be. Like, yeah, we got this nice place, or we got this nice car, or we got something nice. That's all your life is going to be with them. We got something nice that you can look at. But our relationship, that relationship ain't never going to be right. Never. And that's why I don't promote staying with one of them. And I don't care if you're married to it. I'll never promote staying with one of those things, one of those devils. Because if you married it, then you married to a devil. And that's it, people. That's all it's going to be. Your whole life. You're just going to be sitting there trying to figure out, wow. And a lot of times, you're trying to, especially when you get married to one, you're going biblical and everything else, trying to do the right thing, trying to be the right husband or the right wife, making excuses for how many times you got to forgive them. How many times the Bible tell you to forgive them? 877 times, and then forgive them 7 more times, and whatever. Whenever you got to be with somebody that you got to forgive that much, just know you're with the wrong person. That intuition is telling you that whole time, look, man, this ain't it. This ain't the one. This ain't the one. Because a good person don't need that much forgiveness. Good people don't need that kind of forgiveness. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Good people don't need that kind of forgiveness. A good person may need forgiveness here and there for different things that they accidentally did. A good person isn't going to try to hurt you intentionally. They're going to love you. But if you don't love yourself, if you don't take that time and get to know yourself and get to loving yourself, pushing that love on yourself, then you're not going to understand why these people never change, and you're not going to understand why they're not just loving you the way, you're not loving yourself. You got to make your relationship with yourself, you got to make that a requirement for everybody in your life. The way you love yourself has to be a requirement for everybody else in your life. Because if they're not loving you the same way, why are you granting them access to you? Why are you giving people access to you that are not showing that they love you and care about you, and they're not showing that they have your best interests at hand? There you go. Ruining your jobs, you ruining your life. Come on, man. Full circle. That's what I'm saying. Man, love life. That's what I'm saying. Access denied. That's how you gotta be with these monsters. You can't just let and allow people to come in your life and just wreak havoc, man. Just let them do what they want to do. You can't do that and think that you're gonna have a good life. You just can't do that. You cannot do that. You cannot give these people that kind of access and then think that life is just going to stay good for you. It is not. Okay, you might have kids with them. So what? So what? They had the kids with you so that they can stay in your life. A narc is either going to marry you or have a child with you. They're going to do something with you so they can keep you around. Whatever it is. Hey, and you better be lucky. You better be lucky you didn't get married to that thing. Because it would have been torture. Because we oftentimes think that because we marry somebody, 26 years, there you go. We often think that, when we get married to somebody, that it's going to get better. Life is going to get better. The person is going to start treating you better. The person is going to get it together. Man, life don't get better with a narc. Life does not get better with them. It gets worse. It's a decline, and it's like being in a plane, okay, to take you all the way to the moon just to go straight back down and crash. That's what your life is going to be like with them. Just headed down a down spiral, and you're like, okay, this ain't no fun. You eventually start getting sick, you're getting ready to crash. Like, come on. It's not making you better. It's not gonna make you better. You got to get your mind to the place where you're like, you know what? I want better. I want better for me. I want better for my life. People, life is short. I'm going to keep reminding y'all of that. Life is short. That's what I said. Like I said, I was talking to a young lady today, and that was our conversation. I was like, listen, life, I knew that life was short. I got to a place where I realized, man, you realize how short life is and how many years you're going to waste? You realize when you start counting those years and counting those days, counting the moments that you're wasting with this person, man, you get to the point where you're like, man, what am I doing? What am I doing? What have I done? What have I done to myself to make myself, to put myself in a place where I don't mind being with somebody that is this toxic in my life, that ain't doing nothing good for me? What is going on with me that I'm not only am I allowing it, but I'm promoting it at this point? What is going on with me that I don't want this person out of my life? That's what I'm saying, y'all. We got to do some checkups. Do some checkups, you know. And I'm just here to say, man, on this Motivational Monday, I want to motivate you to start pushing yourself because your life is short, okay? And you can give away your good years, people. You can give away all your good years if you want to. You can give away the best years of your life to the person that deserved it the least. And the narc is looking back at it like, yeah, I destroyed those years for you. That's it. They're gone to the next supply. That's it with them. Right now, we living in an era where we're putting our finger on it, where we're sitting there and we're pointing our finger right back and say, hey, man, y'all better be careful of these narcissists out here. Y'all better be careful. They're out here trying to rob you of your life, of your good years. They're out here robbing people. That's right. They're robbing people. And they're robbing you of the best of your life, man. No, take your life back. Take your life back. Ain't nothing out here better than having your life, taking your life back. You know, living the good life. You know, living a good life, man, means that you were able to find a purpose, find a good purpose in your life. You know, you were able to live and do things that you wanted to do. You were able to watch your family grow, your children grow, yourself, to be able to just have a tight unit. Man, we get so tripped out and so caught up in the chasing money and, you know, thinking that life is about that craziness. Life is not about that. Not the good life. The best times that you're going to have in your life are going to be doing things that you spent the least amount of money at. Because money takes value out of some things. It gives value to some things, but it takes value away from some natural things. You know, being able to just be on don't get me wrong, a nice vacation with somebody, that's a beautiful thing if you're with a great person. But it's not about how much you spent. It's about the quality of time that you spent with that person. Someone who appreciates you, someone who loves you, someone who really cares about you, someone who cares about you the way you care about yourself and the way that you care about them. That's the goal. That's the goal in life. That's it. You just want to be in a place where that person matches what you're bringing to the table. That's it. You want to be in a place where this person actually came to the table. They put a good deal on the table. It's a beautiful thing. We have a great relationship. You know, that's where we all want to be at the end of the day. Nobody wants to be somewhere where you're trying to figure out, how do I get beyond this ruminating craziness inside of me? Who wants a life like that? Nobody. Even the narc doesn't want to feel bad. Even the narc doesn't want to feel bad. You know, honestly, they still want to feel good, but they don't. You know why the narc never is in a state of feeling good and feeling excited and good, like they're doing great, because they never do anything like that. They're so cunning. They're thinking all day about how they're going to do something to shiesty to somebody. That's all they think about. How they're going to be shiesty towards somebody. You know, not about how they're going to treat somebody good, how they're going to treat somebody fair. No. Every day with them, they're thinking how they can be shiesty, underhanded, how they're going to be cutthroat, how dirty they're going to be to somebody every single day of their life. That's it. It's like a personal challenge with a narcissist on how cruddy, how low they can vibrate. And I'm saying, if you're with that person, your vibration is going down right there with them. It is. And that's why I say, man, cut them off, leave them alone, live your life. Live your life. Live your life in its purpose. Live your life in its purpose and do your thing. Do your thing. Live your life in its purpose. Your purpose in your life is loving you, enjoying your life. Enjoy your life, people. It's yours. It's yours. It's your life, man. And I'm saying, don't get me wrong, you know, I understand we got to go make money and stuff like that. I get it. I'm with you on that. But don't make that your purpose in life. Make your purpose in life enjoyment. Find whatever it is that you love in this life, man. And I'm saying, at least enjoy that. You'll see. You'll attract the person that you want. But you got to live the life you want as well. The person that you want, they're coming. You got to be the person that you want first, though. You did. You do. And hey, like I said, on this Motivational Monday, I just want to help motivate you, to help you see that, you know what? As long as I'm loving myself, as long as you got that relationship with you, we win. We win. People, as long as you got that relationship with yourself, we win. So I want y'all to take that assignment this week. And again, because it's the same assignment every week. Love you. As long as you loving you, amen, that's what life is all about. That's what life is all about, people. As long as you are loving you. Here we go. I just wanted to play a little music on our outro here. You know, I just want us to start getting into that frame of mind where we're loving ourselves. And good gracious, I want us to get into that. I want us to get into that place where you loving on yourself. You hear me? Because that's how good life is. That's how good life feels when you are doing something with your purpose, when you're living in your purpose, okay? Life is about living your purpose. Love you, man. Make your money. I'm with you on that. Make your money, stack your chips, but love you. You have got to be the design in your life that you want to make better. Your life has got to be the one that you're doing everything that you can do to make it as good as possible. You have got to be the center of your universe. You got to be the one doing everything that you can do to love you and bring that out. Okay? Everything else in your life falls in place once you develop that relationship with you, and we win it. Thank you again for another beautiful night. I love coming in here, chilling with y'all. This is the most fun thing in the world to me right now. You dig? This is my new best friend. Okay? I love it. I love y'all. I thank you. We're going to keep on doing what we're doing. We're going to keep on building our lives up. We're going to keep on shining. We're going to keep being happy. Okay? We're going to keep protecting our happiness. Protect your happiness. That's your biggest asset. Your biggest asset is your happiness. Your biggest, greatest asset is your happiness. Your self-fulfillment, your life being fulfilled. That's the best thing that you're going to have in this life. And that's it. Listen, I see you guys Wednesday night. We're going to love bomb Wednesday night. We're going to love ourselves some more. That's all we do over here. Love on ourselves, people. That's all we're going to do. We're going to do it Wednesday. We're going to get on there on Friday. We're going to have this happy hour. Have your drink, whether it's your water or your Moscato or your... I had some XO last weekend. Hey, loved it. Had some XO. First time I actually had some, man. Loved it. Think I might try some XO for the show this Friday because it was good. Sunday, we're going to have that affirmation, and you're going to get a video from me every single day because we're going to love ourselves out of this. We're going to love ourselves out of this condition, out of this craziness, all right? All right, peace, everybody. Thank you. Listen, I got a Facebook group. My girl Carol is in there telling y'all about it. I think it's called Narcissist Anonymous 101, the Empath Tribe on Facebook. Go follow me on Instagram. I told you I'm about to start doing some stuff on Instagram as well. If you need to talk to me, you need some coaching. Y'all need some coaching to help you push you in the right direction when you falling off, and you know, you need some. We all need somebody to kind of give us that blueprint. You know, when we're going through the craziness, I'm right there for you. I know how that goes. You know, reach out to me on Facebook, hit me in the messaging Facebook or Instagram, and I got you. Okay? Thank you. Good night. Peace. Love you guys.